Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. If you are 50 and above, one of the biggest decisions aside from your financial situation is where and how you should live. Our professional staff at HOW stands for House Calls on Wheels, is ready to help you if you call 888-489-8980 for a free consultation as to whether you should stay in your current home or renovate it with a customized healthcare suite in your attached garage. Yes, you can have living quarters, healthcare suite in your attached garage, or we can attach it to your home. We can install ramps, walkways, and bathtubs, stair glides, and bring in insurance-covered medical professional medical staff that is covered by your insurance, or affordable non-medical help, or move into a senior apartment, independent, assisted living center. We can do it all, or just give us a free call. It has been wisely said that in life you feel in one of two ways. You do without thinking, or you think without doing. Please let us help you do what's best for you to do at no charge. Just call 888-489-8980 and let us know what time we can call you or visit with you at no charge. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, but it's a strength. Please call us at 888-489-8980 and let us help you stay strong and age in dignity. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like the free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789.
And hopefully you are appreciating the snow we have so we can prepare for Santa Claus. I always am amazed as to how it seems to work out. Hopefully this year we indeed will have a white Christmas, but we can sort of anticipate the joy of Christmas, and unfortunately we certainly in these days need joy. Our show is intended to promote the positive aspects of aging And I'm always joking with people who are very upset or frustrated when you ask them at their birthday, how old are you? Oh, well, they come up with sort of a mumbled type answer. My opinion, birthdays are fantastic. In fact, my first cousin, who I adore dearly, is actually celebrating his birthday on December 31st. How's that? He came in right with the year. Hopefully, you can take the positive aspects of what's going on around us and looking at the bright side of aging, which is the title of the show. I am a pharmacist, and I'm proud to tell you that I'm 87 years old and really mentally do not feel 87, although my wife might say that mentally she's got some issues. We've only been married for 63 years, so I think it's working out okay. I am very joyful, and I really am grateful that we have such a wonderful country. And I think if there was somebody that really was a good leader, communicator type, to promote why we should be so grateful to be in this wonderful country. Our country was built with the concept that you'd have the freedom of doing things your way, as Frank Sinatra sings, my way. There's no other country, in my opinion, that has the freedom and opportunity that we have here. Unfortunately, like a lot of good things, there's also some bad things. And unfortunately, we have some incompetent political people who seem to thrive on just wanting to stay in power. And instead of really coming up with positive approaches as to what they can do to improve our country and why they were voted for in the first place, spend their days trying to raise money to get reelected, and to add to it how bad the other person that they're running against or trying to replace is. But we shall go on. And the truth of it is, it's the good people that can make things better. And if you're surrounded by people who are negative and downplay our country, stay away from them. In fact, in my opinion, I would ask them a simple question: who is preventing you from leaving this country? In fact, in most cases, people would prefer that you're not around if you're that negative. My first name is Ike, so I have a series of Ikeisms, and one of my favorites is that every human being makes another human being happy with their presence. Some with their coming, and some with their going. And try to be one of these people that people welcome. One of my joys that I have, and fortunately because of this radio show and my entrepreneur network that I started 50 years ago, I had a chance to meet so many more people that have not lived as 87 years on Earth. There are good news and the bad news. The good news is that as you age, you are, if normal at all, able to learn from what's going on around you. And as a result, one of my other Ikeisms states that aging is inevitable, wisdom is optional. I admire so much the people that I've been fortunate enough to have as friends. And one of the most important things, by the way, as you age, do what I do. I not only promote relationships, but the second Wednesday of each month, and maybe possibly at the turn of the year, we may switch it to Thursday, second Thursday, where that's in the works. From 11 to 12, we meet at the Caustic Senior Center, which is right on 11 Mile and Middle Belt in Farmington Hills, 11 a.m. to 12 noon, once a month. If you will jot down by toll-free number 888-489-8980, I'll repeat that number numerous times because I want to stay in touch. 888-489-8980. If you're a senior, no matter what the issues that you're facing that are giving you a hard time, because I'm a pharmacist and have been servicing senior citizens for probably 60 years. Well, maybe 50 years. I graduated at Wayne State University in 1962 from Old Main. That building is still there. Now, of course, it's such a beautiful complex at Wayne State University that I really feel like it's a different world. And obviously it is a different world since 1962. But it was such a great experience. And I try to share my knowledge with you. And I'm hoping that perhaps Keith Paul, who is the founder of HandyPro, may be calling in on this segment, and we'll put him on the air when he calls in. I'm really impressed with Keith Paul, he and his wife, because they've seen the challenges involved for seniors, decided to start a franchise company, very successful. Keith Paul is the founder and CEO of HandyPro. He's a national leader in home modifications and aging-in-place solutions. He's the co-founder of the company Ready for nearly 30 years with a mission to help homeowners, especially seniors, live safely, independently, and confidently in their own homes. Keith's parents, in fact, have the benefit of his talents. He has equipped their home as what I like to call as a senior smart home. Now, with technology, Keith is able to keep literally an eye, or both eyes, with the cameras and all, and audio. He's able to keep an eye on his parents no matter where he goes. And he gets around, as you can imagine, since it's a franchise. And he, as far as credentials are concerned, is a licensed builder, and he is a certified aging-in-place specialist, which, by the way, is a training program that if you are interested in working with seniors and wanting to be educated as to how you can do it in a professional way, you might want to call our toll-free number, and I can arrange for you to possibly become a certified aging-in-place specialist. And what more wonderful thing in life can you think of if you could have a career where you're helping other people live their lives in an independent way? They say you can do well doing good. You're helping people, and at the same time, you are also able to pay your bills, assuming you build the business properly. And Keith is not only a board member of the Better Business Bureau, he's an entrepreneur emeritus with the Edward Lowe Foundation. Handy Pro has been featured in entrepreneur magazines, and Keith is a passionate advocate for proactive home safety. He believes in the right home modifications. If you do it the right way, you can continue living in the best place that you love, which in most cases is home sweet home. They don't call it home sour home. It's a home sweet home. So hopefully if Keith calls in, you'll get a chance to hear some of the things that he's been able to do. And we'll to give him some more time to possibly call in. Right now, we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back. Don't go away.
When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now. If you are 50 and above, one of the biggest decisions aside from your financial situation is where and how you should live. Our professional staff at HOW, stands for House Calls on Wheels, is ready to help you if you call 888-489-8980 for a free consultation as to whether you should stay in your current home or renovate it with a customized healthcare suite in your attached garage. Yes, you can have living quarters healthcare suite in your attached garage, or we can attach it to your home. We can install ramps, walkways, and bathtubs, stair glides, and bring in insurance-covered medical professional medical staff that is covered by your insurance, or affordable non-medical help, or move into a senior apartment, independent, assisted living center. We can do it all. Just give us a free call. It has been wisely said that in life you feel in one of two ways. You do without thinking, or you think without doing. Please let us help you do what's best for you to do at no charge. Just call 888-489-8980 and let us know what time we can call you or visit with you at no charge. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, but it's a strength. Please call us at 888-489-8980 and let us help you stay strong and age in dignity.
And I cannot stress that magic word, dignity. Interestingly enough, of all the feedback when I do seminars, and by the way, I have got a program now that I'm really excited about because I belong to the Rotary Club and the Optimist Club, which I strongly encourage you if you are retired. I hate the word retired. It sounds like you're tired. And not to get too linguistic, I learned that word yesterday. Thought I'd use it in a sentence. But re, as you in abbreviation, RE is supposed to be a reference. So you're referring to being tired, retired. I think you are re-energized. I feel that way. I must admit, the body is not as active as I'd like it to be, but the good news is it is active enough for me to get around. And I also have the opportunity, because I've had the joy and privilege of meeting so many wonderful people, that I can spend 24 hours a day if I wanted to, which I'm not anxious to do. I do like to get rest. And that's the key as we age, to really enjoy life. Appreciate what happened. Appreciate the connections you have. The Rotary Club and the Optimist Club that I belong to meets on an alternate week basis. And we have get-togethers, fun events. Now with the holidays, the Rotary Club and Optimist Club make a special effort to get packaged in gifts to young people. And came Thanksgiving, we delivered turkeys to hundreds of homes. And wherever you live, I guarantee you there's an Optimist Club right in your own neighborhood. In fact, the Rotary Club and Optimist Club each have 1.2 million people. Can you imagine that? You could be in touch with 1.2 million people just by joining a local Rotary and Optimist Club. I'd love to have you as a guest at either of the meetings. We have breakfast meetings and lunch meetings, and that's why I keep spouting off that toll-free number, 888-489-8980. If you would write that down, not only for yourself, but for your friends, to stay in touch with me, and I can coordinate whatever they need. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Being 87 years old, I've had the opportunity to hear so many different requests. I had people that needed medical equipment for free, and that's available possibly or almost free through World Medical Relief. There's the Area Agency on Aging now in the Oakland County area called Ageways. They are top-notch professionals that can help you if you need rides to churches, to doctor's offices. Many times, insurance will pay for it. And speaking of transportation, we have people that can actually work with you, and through Smart Bus and Smart Flux, you can get a ride for just $2 a trip. But you got to call and let me know what your needs are. So many times, people assume that they are stuck in some sort of a sad situation, and there's no one that they know who to call. Well, put me on the call list. My phone number, as I mentioned, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is available to you. And I have a special feature on 888-489-8980 that if you call and it's really urgent and you're prompted to just press number 1, you can be in direct touch with me as a human being to human being. We are so hung up now with technology, the internet, and artificial intelligence. We are forgetting the magic of human being to human being connection. When you analyze it, that voice of someone you've been close to is almost as good as having them in person with you. You ain't going to get that on the internet. And by the way, I started with the Rotary and the Optimist Club. We have now what we have at the Rotary Club, a drum circle. It's actually part of musicmensminds.org. Music and men's, MENDS.org. And if you are interested, what they've done is the psychologist that started the program, Carol Rosenstein, whose husband has Alzheimer's, decided that she would take out some drums to create some sort of form of communication. Her husband, with Alzheimer's, picked up on the beat of the drum, and actually now she added some musical instruments. He is now back to almost normal. If you know of someone who has dementia or Alzheimer's, please check out musicmensminds.org. And in fact, if you'd like to start a drum circle in your church or a senior center, we are planning on having that at the Caustic Senior Center at 11 Mile and Middlebelt after the turn of the year. Drums with the beat actually touch the heart and touch the mind. When you analyze it, what do we always hear with the heart is the beats. That's what that stethoscope is all about. Well, if you can try to emulate that, copy it with musical instruments and connect with people with dementia, my God, what a wonderful gift that would be. We have so many other features and services. All you got to do is call 888-489-8980. I'm here to help, but like a lifeguard role is I can only help if you reach out to me. So please call me at any time, 888-489-8980. I'd like to bring in the new year with some new approaches for you to be motivated to enjoy the bright side of aging. And I have some other tips that I'd like to share with you, but unfortunately I've run out of time for this segment. But I want to leave you with my favorite parting thought, which is, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by living life with the bright side of aging.
Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is IKE ENGELBAUM, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like the free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
And now I am really excited about having one of my favorite entrepreneur friends who is super talented and also a phenomenal speaker as well. With the new year, if you belong to an organization that is looking for a dynamic entrepreneur who can express his thoughts clearly and helpful to you, no matter what part of your entrepreneurial venture you are, is ROSH Sillars. I joke with ROSH frequently. He is so blessed. Aside from his talents as a photographer, he's got this phenomenal organization, ROSH Media, that his parents must have anticipated his creativity, because if you want to rush to success, get a hold of ROSH. Does that seem like a good idea, ROSH Sillars?
It sounds like a great idea, Ike.
Yeah, you're a delight to know, and I really am so grateful, especially at this time of the year where you're looking back as to what challenges you've had through the year. One of the wonderful benefits that I have is being associated with you, and I know that you've heard me say this before, but I will continue saying it for as long as I'm around. There's certain people that just exude a friendship and a real desire to help. And I've had the privilege of having you speak to the Rotary Club, and as well as the Optimist Club. And each one of these organizations, I've had feedback from people, when can we get him back? So if you're out there and belong to an organization, because of your creativity, you can customize an appropriate seminar or talk for any group. So I been trying to get the contract with you to be your bookie, but you keep stalling me off. But that's okay. We got a whole new year, and I'll work something out with you, Rosh, whether you like it or
We'll
not.
get there, Ike.
Anyway, Rosh, your talent is in the media, as they say, and the social media. And since we've been around for a few years, why don't we tell us about a little bit about your social media career?
Oh, sure. So, I mean, social media has certainly been a big part of our lives over the last 20 years, and it has changed over time. That's for sure. And I started off in the early days on bulletin boards in the early 90s and just kind of built way up. And as a photographer, mostly photography at the time, I built businesses around SEO, but also social media. And I ended up writing the first book on digital marketing and social media for photographers. And it's just built off of that. And so, you know, I continue to run various YouTube channels on different topics such as AI. And so I've grown with social media, especially as the platforms have moved more towards video. I just keep it going.
Well, I'll tell you, so many people get stuck on a certain track and stay there, and they're afraid to change. I mean, in all due respect, I'm certainly so far out from social media that I can actually start a kindergarten class with it, and maybe that would get me started. But you have got the wisdom that, hey, you've got the talent with photography. Why not get involved with what's current? And there's no doubt that the biggest revolution that we're facing, good and bad, I might add, is the power of social media. Isn't that correct?
Oh, yeah. I mean, in the early days, it was, you know, it was social. It was people talking to each other, people connecting that hadn't connected for a long time, you know, sharing ideas. Really what I think we hope it would be today. But over time, we've gotten just automated stuff and bots, and then people who don't have our best interests at heart trying to convince us of things, you know, that may not even be true. And so it has been one of those things. It's kind of like the phone, Ike, you know. There's certain calls you answer and there's certain you don't, because out of experience, you know, some of them aren't going to be very helpful. So it's the same with social media. You are still the editor, and you can still decide who you follow and who you listen to. But it's best to keep it social.
Tell me, what is the best approach to using social media today for a business?
Really, customer service is still important. Connecting with your customers, providing them with information. I mean, sometimes people think, well, I'm just going to put my press release and I'm going to make it all about what we're doing. And in all honesty, most people don't care. They don't care so much, you know, about, you know, the little things in your business. They care about what concerns them. So if you can think about your customer, you're going to be a lot better off in social media, and actually engage with them, and don't make it automated. Make it something that people can appreciate, that they're actually seen and heard, and that you're there for them, and you're trying to create something that will benefit their lives. And, you know, inside info, it can be great, but once again, as long as it's benefiting them.
Well, you know, I have a series of what I like to call IKEisms, and you just prompted two of my favorites. And, you know, the interesting thing is you highlighted the importance to be successful in using social media in business is that you have to figure out what the customer needs. And my IKEism is the difference between WIIFM versus WIIFT. It can mean success or failure. WIIFM has been the old standard of salespeople pitching whatever they're doing, what's in it for me. The super successful people do WIIFT, what's in it for them. Okay?
That's right.
And that's what you are talented in doing. And the good part with social media, and I understand you've got a real close relationship with Google type of effectiveness, and I wanted to make sure that we get your contact information out. So if anyone is interested in getting a hold of you, what's the best way?
You can call me at the office, 248-733-5525. It's 248-733-5525. Or you go to the website, rosh.media, and there's more information there.
Now, is there a best social media platform to be on?
You know, it really, once again, to your great insight, Ike, it depends on the customer. Some people are really just into video. They want to see what's going on. They would want insights. And look, a lot of social has gone to video with especially like TikTok and Reels and so forth. But you need to know where your customers are. Social has been around long enough that there is kind of an age range where a lot of different people tend to hang out, or even different parts of the country or different industries or careers. Some people are always on LinkedIn. Some people are on Twitter or X, and some people are on Facebook. So it is important to understand where your customers are and develop a reputation there. And if you can do that, you can spread out to other platforms, but you should have a core location to start with. But these days, there are so many that, it is important to branch out.
I hate to put you on the spot, but I will, whether I hate it or not. Okay? As part of, it's one thing for you to expound on your services, but someone comes in and has got sort of a vague idea of what they'd like to convey as their message. Do you help them identify, indeed, where their target should be? Is that part of your service?
Yeah, well, certainly we can certainly guide them. It just depends on the type of needs they have. Sometimes somebody comes to us and they need a lot of design work in video filming and things like that, and I'll bring in other teams to help with that. But as far as guidance in terms of developing an angle and an approach, a good consulting approach, we'll support our clients with that, and then bring in the right people to fill in the gaps to make sure that their overall social media plan is engaging in following the plan that they have.
Congratulations. I mean this sincerely. You hit right on exactly something that I have a passion to convey for any entrepreneur, and that is you were very diplomatic in saying that, hey, if I don't have the right answer for them, I've got people around me that I bring in that can help make it happen. One of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make is because they may be successful in a certain area, feel they know it all. No one knows it all. Okay,
That's true.
Be open. Hey, this is something I don't do, but I can bring in people that can make it happen. There is nothing embarrassing about, being upfront with people, and that's what makes you a success. that if you are yourself, before we part company, one of my other orgasms that I've had a lot of mileage with, and it's appropriate not only for entrepreneurs, but for even in your personal life. And that is always be yourself, because everyone else has been taken anyway. So anyway, on that bit of philosophy, I look forward to talking to you again soon. And keep on keeping on. Right now, we'll take a brief break, and it's going to be a very short one. So please don't go away. We'll be right back.
50 and above. One of the biggest decisions aside from your financial situation is where and how you should live. Our professional staff at HOW, stands for House Calls on Wheels, is ready to help you if you call 888-489-8980 for a free consultation as to whether you should stay in your current home or renovate it with a customized healthcare suite in your attached garage. Yes, you can have living quarters healthcare suite in your attached garage, or we can attach it to your home. We can install ramps, walkways, and bathtubs, stair glides, and bring in insurance-covered medical professional medical staff that is covered by your insurance, or affordable non-medical help, or move into a senior apartment, independent, assisted living center. We can do it all. Just give us a free call. It has been wisely said that in life you feel in one of two ways. You do without thinking, or you think without doing. Please let us help you do what's best for you to do at no charge. Just call 888-489-8980 and let us know what time we can call you or visit with you at no charge. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, but it's a strength. Please call us at 888-489-8980 and let us help you stay strong and age in dignity.
And I can't stress how important it is for you to live in a dignified way. And I am so excited about having an entrepreneur who not just walks the talk or talks the walk, but he actually walks the talk. Keith Paul is the founder and CEO of HandyPro. He's a national leader in home modifications and in aging-in-place solutions. He co-founded the company nearly 30 years ago with a mission to help homeowners, especially seniors, live safely, independently, and confidently in their own homes. Keith is a licensed builder in the state of Michigan. He's a certified aging-in-place specialist through the Home Builders Association. He's a board member of the Better Business Bureau and an entrepreneur emeritus with the Edward Lowe Foundation. HandyPro has been featured in Entrepreneurs and Inc. magazines, and Keith is passionate about actually being proactive in home safety, believing that with the right home modifications, you can continue living in your own, as we like to say, home sweet home. I'm so excited to have Keith on the phone because he's a busy guy, and especially at this time of the year, he is busier than ever. Hello, Keith Paul. How are you?
Ike, it is good to hear from you. How are you this morning?
Well, I'm wonderful. I wondered as to whether we could start with the biggest motivation of what Keith Paul came up with and wanting to start Handy Pro? What was your big motivation, sir?
Oh, hey, well, thanks for the kind introduction. The biggest thing about me is I know Ike Engelbaum, so I appreciate the word. Hey, what we started almost 30 years ago because my wife's grandmother lived in Allen Park, and she was 82 years old, and a contractor came in and said, I underbid the contract, and I need you to pay me $2,000. She did, and never saw the gentleman again. So we wanted to start a company to protect seniors.
Now, I've had the privilege of visiting with you in your office in Farmington, and you have a showroom right on Orchard and Grand River. You want to give us a little thumbnail sketch if people wanted to actually see what they might want to consider for their home or loved one to be installed. Tell us about your showroom there.
Oh, thank you, Ike. Yeah, we put a showroom in just to show homeowners how they can live safely in their home as they age. So we have products such as grab bars. We have a transition shower. We take out bathtubs. We put in showers, so to make safety priority number one. We have stair lifts. We have walk-in tubs, because there's so many different things out there that homeowners can use to stay safely in their home. My parents are in their mid-80s right now, and they're glad I'm in the business because they want to stay in their home, as many of us want to as we age. We don't want to go into an assisted living or anything. So, and there's a lot of new products out there, and that I appreciate all your support on it, because you even brought in a battery scooter, so we have that there too from Ike Engelbaum.
So you can get around right in your own home or retirement home, and you're located at 22500 Orchard Lake Road, and I like to give out my toll-free number, and I'll be glad to give you a brief tour. And the phone number that I like to give out is 888-489-8980. And I'm really impressed with your organization as to how you been able to franchise it. If there's anybody out there, pending on certain states, there's a possibility that you could be part of the Handy Pro team. And it's a phenomenal team. You actually have weekly meetings to motivate the people that work with you, and you share ideas on how to help people stay in their own home. I was really impressed in our last conversation, Keith, that you actually modified your, I guess it's your father-in-law's home, to be able to keep an eye on them through technology. Can you describe what you've done for them?
Oh yeah, we did a few things. We have a camera and locks and thermostats all on our phone, so we can help assist them within maintaining their home. We help keep an eye on anything they need to keep an eye on. We can adjust the thermostat. We can unlock their doors.
Wow. You can actually be, you can be with them almost 24 hours a day, right?
Right. And guess what, too? If my dad falls on his phone, we set it up so it alerts me and the emergency if it was a bad fall. And so with all this technology, we can have peace of mind that they're living safely at their home.
Now, Handy Pro,
all the toys.
And if you're interested, as I mentioned, I'd like to set up a time that's convenient for you to either meet in the showroom or you offer free home assessments. Is that correct, Keith?
We do.
Or is there a charge? How does that work?
House. Yeah, well, you give us a call and say we're just looking for a safety assessment. Our goal is to help with fall prevention. You know, the most dangerous room in the house, according to the CDC, is the bathroom. So we spend a lot of time in the bathroom to how to prevent falls, but we also look on entry and exits of the home, and we look at room transitions, right? Because if you got steps and so forth, and then we look at ways you're going up and down your steps, all the different products that you can use to help keep your home safe. And they're not always expensive. You know, for example, if you have a wheelchair ramp and your doorway is not wide enough, we have hinges that are called outward swing that you can put on your doors that will give you another inch on your door. So if you're inch short, you don't have to redo your doorway. You can just put different hinges on. All these new toys that are available. Kind of fun.
Well, you know, people aren't aware how so many simple things can be the difference between they're actually living a life in fairly decent comfort versus being in an emergency room. You don't think too much if you're, you know, not in any physical type challenge, how just the hinges on the door. If you fall in the bathroom and your body, you know, is blocking the door, and you can't swing the door out, the person trying to help can't get in. So simple things like that can mean the difference between living a life in decent comfort or ending up, as I mentioned, in the hospital. And also, now with technology, you can literally keep an eye on them. And before we got on the air, you were nice enough to let me be able to promote that if anyone is interested in actually using Handy Pro, if they will mention my name, Ike, they get $25 off the labor. So you can actually either keep the $25 for yourself, or especially at this time of the year where there are so many needy people, why not donate that $25? But give us a call at 888-489-8980. You know, I have a series of Ikeisms, and one of them that I'm proud of that I've used often is that the greatest gift that you can give to people in life is to know that you helped another person breathe easier. If you can help someone else live better, and that's what your day job is all about, Keith. I'm really impressed. And the fact that you're there so often, if anyone is interested for a free tour or a free consultation, again, I'll be glad to pass on the information to Handy Pro. And if you want to give out your number, Keith, go for it right now. What should they call?
Thanks, Ike. And I want to say that you're successful because you make our life better. So our phone number is 248-476-4435.
All right, and I'll have that toll-free number, 888-489-8980. And if you want to see how your life can be made easier, give us a call, and we can have one of the professional people visit you at your home, or you're welcome to come to the office right at Grand River and Orchard Lake in Farmington Hills. Keith, it's been a delight to have you on. We're going to talk many, many times again in the very near future. So please don't move your office, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate you every day.
All right. And God bless you, and Merry Christmas. And right now, I only have enough time for my favorite parting thought, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.